Hello my friends, it's Danny, and today I'm showing you how to make my black bean soup. Now this is a super simple recipe that uses canned black beans to make a healthy, flavorful black bean soup that's easy enough for a Tuesday night and also a perfect addition to your weekend meal prep. Now, if you guys like easy weeknight meals just like this, please let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up or by leaving me a comment down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, take a second to do that and be sure to ring that notification bell so you never miss a new recipe. So the first thing I like to do is prepare all of my ingredients. This way when we get over to the stove, it's smooth sailing. So to start off, I've got one large chopped up onion. If the onion was smaller, you could do two. You're basically looking for about 2 cups of chopped onion when you're done. Then I have 3 bell peppers as well. I like to use 3 different colors, but you could certainly use all of the same color. And my favorite way to cut up a bell pepper is to start by slicing off the pepper cheeks, and then I just cut the bottom off as well. Then I lay it down, cut it into strips, rotate it, go back the other way, and you'll have a nice chop just like this. And then as for the top of the pepper here, you could either cut that off and chop it up as well, or what I like to do is just save it as a little chef's snack. Delightful. And then I'm just gonna chop up 6 cloves of garlic, and then that's all the prep we need to do. All the heavy lifting is done, so over to the stove we go. So I've got a nice heavy Dutch oven heating up over a medium heat here. You could really use any soup pot that you have. And to that I'm adding just 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Once the oil has heated up and it's got a little shimmer to it, I'm gonna get my onions and my peppers into the pan along with a pinch of kosher salt. Give them a stir, and we're just gonna let that cook for about 5-10 minutes. We just wanna take the raw edge off the veggies, have them soften up a bit. You're gonna see that the onions begin to look a little bit translucent and everything's gonna become nice and fragrant. That's how you know you're ready to toss in your garlic along with some spices. Now I'm using 1 tablespoon of smoky cumin, a teaspoon of bright chili powder, and then a teaspoon of earthy dried oregano. Give that all a stir, let it go for another minute or so. We just want to let all of those ingredients dance together. And then we're ready for our beans. So I have 4 15-ounce cans of black beans that I've drained and rinsed going into the pot, along with 4 cups of low sodium broth. Now personally, I like the flavor of chicken broth for this recipe, but if you wanted to keep it vegan or vegetarian, you could certainly swap in some veggie broth here. You've got options. I'm gonna turn the heat up just a bit, let everything come up to a boil, then we'll reduce it down to a gentle simmer and let it go for about 20 minutes. Now, quick side note, if you like a little bit of heat in your black bean soup, you've got a couple of options here. You could either dice up some fresh jalapeno pepper and then add that to the pot when you're adding your onions and your bell peppers, or you could add in some red chili pepper flakes when you add in the rest of your spices. Personally, I love how this soup tastes with a little bit of spice to it, but since my kids are gonna be enjoying this soup as well today, I'm gonna skip that step. Now, once the soup has simmered and all of those flavors have infused into the broth, I'm gonna shut the heat off. You can let it sit for a couple minutes so it's not super hot, and then I'm gonna transfer about half of the soup into my blender. It's gonna be about 4 cups. Now, if the soup is warm, hot, like mine is here, you wanna be really careful with the blender. Definitely don't fill it more than halfway. I like to leave a little room at the top to let the steam escape, and start it on the lowest setting you can, because if it's really hot with a lot of power, you could explode the whole blender, and we don't want that. So just be mindful and go slow. I'm gonna let that blend up until it's nice and rich and creamy, just like this, and then we'll pour it right back into the pot. Another FYI, blending beans in your blender is a great way to thicken the base of any soup that you wanna make without using any type of cream or dairy. However, if you did wanna make this black bean soup even a little bit richer and more decadent, you could stir in some coconut milk right at the end and just stir it right in there. That would be absolutely delicious. As for me, I'm gonna give it 1 big old squish of fresh lime juice to finish it off, and a handful of fresh chopped cilantro. Now from here, if you were making this for meal prep, you would just transfer it into an airtight container, store it into your fridge. It will last happily in there for up to 5 days. And if you're ready to enjoy it hot off the stove, just ladle it into your favorite bowl and serve with your favorite toppings. Today, I'm gonna go for some sliced crunchy scallions over the top and some fresh diced avocado. so good. The soup is bright and hearty all at the same time. This is what I like to call nutritious comfort food at its best. I cannot wait for you guys to give this one a try. And when you do, don't forget to snap a picture and tag me on Instagram and Facebook using the hashtag #CleanAndDelicious so we can all stay connected throughout the week. And if you have not already, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else you know who wants to make healthy eating easy. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Danny Spies, and I'll see you back here next time with some more clean and deliciousness. Cheers! Then you are ready to serve your soup. Then you're ready to serve your soup up.